Okay, ladies and gentlemen, today I want to talk about the Apostle Paul. Okay, Paul was beheaded for a reason, because Paul invented lies in the name of God. You have to read in Deuteronomy 18:20, because it says that Paul, if the prophet was not, let me try to find where is the thing. 18:20 says, let me see, Deuteronomy 18:20. But the prophet which shall presume to speak a word in my name, which I have not commanded him to speak, or that shall speak in the name of other gods, even that prophet shall die. Now, Paul created another God called Jesus. Jesus is the other God that Paul created, because according to Amos 5:7, the Lord whose name is the God. As you know, the God in Arabic is simply Allah. Okay, so according to Amos, the Lord whose name is Allah is the true God. But according to Paul had created Jesus as a God. So according to Deuteronomy 18:20, but the prophet which shall presume to speak a word in my name, which I have not commanded him to speak, or that shall speak in the name of other gods, even that prophet shall die. As you know, Paul was commonly known as an apostle. He's not a prophet, but nonetheless, it is the same thing. Whoever speaks in the name of God is simply called a prophet. Apostle is the disciple of the prophet. So basically, Paul was the false prophet, okay, because he speaks about God, which God had not commanded him, because according to him, on his way to Damascus, he saw a great bright light, and then that great bright light says that he was Jesus instead of the God, because according to Amos, Allah is the Lord, but according to Paul, Jesus is the Lord. So Paul was finally beheaded, which is in confirmation with the Quran chapter 69 verse 44 to 46, because Paul was, where is the Quran verse? Okay, 69 verse, I start with verse 43. This is a message sent down from the Lord of the worlds, and if the messenger were to invent any sayings in our name, that means Paul was creating another God in the name of God the Father. That means Paul created Jesus as the Lord. As you know, the Father is the Lord, but Paul also invented a saying that Jesus is also the Lord. That means Paul was inventing the lie, and we should certainly seize him by his right hand, and we should certainly then cut off the artery of the heart. No could any of you withhold him from our wrath. You see? So Paul was seized by the Roman to be beheaded, okay, for another reason, but nonetheless Paul was still a false prophet because he was beheaded as a punishment. So majority of Christians are following the teachings of Paul. Remember what Jesus said in Matthew 15:9? But in vain they do worship me, teaching the doctrine, the commandments of man. That man Jesus was referring to is Paul and the Catholic Church. Okay? So now you know the reason why Paul was beheaded, because he was a false prophet. Was Muhammad beheaded? No, he died a natural death from fever. Okay? Okay, thank you very much.